As I move on to what was a politically incorrect decision that nobody was willing to take for 10 years, but finally the government bit the bullet and hiked passenger fares on trains yesterday across the board to raise 6,600 crores, which they say will be used for safety and infrastructure. The opposition and even some UPA allies like the DMK are unhappy, but economists say it's an important step because the railways have seen only increasing losses in the last 10 years, which are now at a staggering 25,000 crores.
Have decided to effect an increase in the fare hike with effect from 21st of this month.
केंद्र की सरकार ने रेल मंत्रालय का भी अब पूरे तौर से कांग्रेसीकरण कर दिया है.
There are so many ways and means to increase their revenue.
Surely it is going to have a cascading effect on the poor common man who are already reeling under the impact of inflation.
कोई जिम्मेदारियां उसके ऊपर हटके होती हैं, उससे ऊपर उठ के होती हैं, और ये जिम्मेदारी एक ऐसी जिम्मेदारी है, अगर हम उस किराया आगे को नहीं और बढ़ाते तो ये निश्चित तौर पे नुकसान ज्यादा रेलवेज का होता और उसके जरिए लोगों का ही होता.
So is the rail fare hike a risky political gamble for the Congress party? Is this something that was necessary? Joining us tonight, we continue to have Renuka Chaudhary of the Congress party with us. We have Rajya Sabha MP of the BJP, Piyush Goyal, joining us from Mumbai tonight. Also with us is Vivek Gupta, Rajya Sabha MP of the Trinamool Congress. And with us to give us an economic perspective to this is Sunil Alag, member of FICCI. Let me ask Piyush Goyal first. Mr. Goyal, I just quote to you what BJP spokesperson Prakash Javadekar said on this yesterday. He says the government goes on increasing fares, but they don't increase amenities and safety of the railways. This is absolutely unacceptable and atrocious. The point is that the fares haven't gone up, passenger fares, for the last 10 years. And it is precisely for the reasons that you have cited, that the BJP cited, that they want to increase fares because safety is a problem and you need this money for that.
Nidhi, our complaint with this government has always been that they have politicized all good economic decisions. We also ran government. We have increased prices when we were in government, but we did not play politics with it. As and when the railways needed price increases, we had 3 or 4 occasions when we hiked up prices, largely on the upper class fares. But you must remember, at that time, the overall inflation was sub 5%. In fact, the last hike in the railways in 2002, when my government was there, the inflation was at 2%. At that type of an inflation, one can afford a little higher prices on the railways. This government for the last 9 years has not increased prices. I don't think it's a virtue. Now they are crying hoarse that prices have gone up for 10 years and therefore we have to do a very drastic increase and burden the common man with such steep increase. Our complaint is that the country is dealing with double-digit inflation. The common man's back is already broken. This is not the opportune time to increase another burden on them. And then for 9 years you did not increase, not because you were being nice and considerate, because you had coalition compulsions which didn't allow you to do that. You could have had a modest increase over the years when inflation was lower after what we had left for you in 2004. People would have taken it more gracefully. Today is not the time to increase the prices. And of course, what about the other ways to improve? Efficiency improvement, utilizing the resources which are lying wasted. Today, the railways has 5,000 crores worth of scrap all across the country, which they are not encashing. They are not going through the process to dispose.
But I take your point on the modest. I take your point on the issue of a modest hike over the years because it is clearly politics and populism which has dictated how the railways has been run for the last decade or so and perhaps even longer. But Mr. Vivek Gupta of the Trinamool Congress, the TMC says it's going to take to the streets in protest against this. Now, for whatever happened in the past, let's look at the present. 10 years ago, the railways were making a loss of about 1,100 crores a year. Today, that's going to go up to 25,000 crore in the current fiscal. That's a huge, huge jump. Mr. Gupta, what do the railways do? What is the option for the government?
See, you should understand in perspective why these losses have come into picture. The implementation of 2 pay commissions, the 5th and the 6th pay commissions, combined had a telling effect of 75,000 crores. Now, even if it's an organization like railways, it will take time to recover. Now, just let me deviate from the topic. You know, mobile phone tariffs have come down. Railways, similarly, the passenger growth is 20% as per the railways website themselves. The more number of passengers with the same infrastructure means railway is not in an operational loss mode. The loss is somewhere else. And yesterday also I have said, today I am again repeating, fare hike for the poorest of the poor sector will only yield some 50 or 70 odd crores. I don't think 50 or 70 odd crores is the real problem of railways, or is it going to solve all the problem of the railways? Didi and Mukulda was trying to identify all these surplus assets that the rail had which could be deployed to generate revenue. But unfortunately or fortunately, before we could implement those plans, we had to leave the railways because of other policies of the UP
Dinesh
government.
Trivedi of the Trinamool Congress railway minister, he increased
fares and he had to resign because of that.
He had to resign because he increased fares. Dinesh Trivedi saw the logic in increasing fares, in increasing passenger fares, and he suffered the political price.
He had a very clear cut. Our party does not stand for anything that is anti-people or anti-poor people. You have to innovate. You have to find out other ways. Let me give you a small example. Didi had started a train called Duronto. What did the Duronto do? It stopped only at operational stops, so the cost came down. Whereas you got the full fare from Calcutta to Delhi instead of getting part fares from part people. So your operating cost of the train goes down, your selling cost of the train goes down, but yet you get higher revenues. Now there are a lot of innovations possible at the railways.
Okay, let me take that to Renuka Chaudhary.
Someone just has to apply his or her mind. But what we do, let me finish. But what we do is bypass parliamentary democracy and use executive orders for other things in the recent past, and here now to do something which
they do have a right to take an executive. They do have a right to take executive decisions.
If the situation was so grave, the Rajya Sabha has just closed down, or the Parliament has just closed down 12 days back. You could have explained to us 12 days back. The Parliament is there to understand and appreciate your needs.
I think the point that Piyush Goyal also made.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.